t-shirt. Looking quite forward to this weekend.
I've got some things to say about this convention.
It has gone completely dead quiet at the moment. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. This weekend I headed to the Great Western Tattoo Show held at Steam Museum in Swindon. So I have done quite a few events at this location, so I know the venue fairly well. This time, however, we were all in a separate room. So the main hall was being used for the tattoo artists and the traders were in this side room. I wasn't 100% looking forward to this kind of layout and I'll go more into that in this vlog. But basically I'd never been in this room before. It was a lot cooler in this room than in the main hall, so I was thankful for that. I also invested in this new neck fan, which kept me a lot cooler than I normally am during setup, so I'm glad I invested in that. I'm doing my standard full 6-foot table setup, and because there was a tiny bit of room to the side of my table, I decided to turn the wall outward where my desk mats are instead of having them facing in towards the table. Just means that they're a bit more visible, and you'll see that at the end once it's all set up. I have also been contemplating this t-shirt colour that I'm currently wearing. It is a bit brighter than it's appearing on screen. To begin with, I absolutely hated the colour and I was just keeping it as like a spare t-shirt to wear at home. However, the colour's kind of growing on me, but I don't know whether I should use it for a t-shirt design or not, so let me know if you like the colour. And this is my full table setup, so it's fairly standard to what I normally do, again just with the desk mats to the side. Fit check, new t-shirt, and then sports leggings. Good to go.
Hello, so I didn't really do much talking. Well, I didn't do any talking yesterday just because there was some music playing in the background, there was lots of people around, and I didn't end up filming much of my setup because I feel like recently it's been like the same setup again and again and it's getting a little bit repetitive. But let me know what you think. If you want to see my setup every time, then I will film it. It is day one today. It's Saturday. It opens at 10 for early bird tickets, I think it is, and then 11 o'clock it opens for the general public. All the tickets have sold out for today, so there's no on the door tickets, so that's hopefully, fingers crossed, a good sign, but we will just have to see. It is a layout that I would not normally like because the traders are in a different room to the tattoo artists, but we will see, because to get into the event you have to like walk through the room to get to the tattoo room, so they will see that we are here, so hopefully either they'll make a purchase there or they'll know to come back to us. So yeah, we will see how today goes. I've brought my iPad just in case it's quiet, and I've got some drawing I need to do. We will see if I can get any drawing done. If I can't, then it's not the end of the world, because that means that it's busy, so that'll be a good sign. Also, you will have seen my fit check, so I've got this new t-shirt. This is my keyring design. It's been really popular as a keyring, so I'm going to trial it as a t-shirt design. So it's just going on a black t-shirt. So yeah, I'm just going to see the general vibe, if people like them. I will catch you there in a bit.
Hello, so this is my first check-in of the weekend, and I've already made a couple of sales. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so I am very happy about that because this is just the early bird entrance at this point as well. So I am, fingers crossed, looking quite forward to this weekend so far. It is currently 1:30. It is gone pretty dead. So the first hour I had quite a few sales. I made about £66, and then from then on I've made like one sale each hour. So it is quite quiet at the moment. I'm hoping that once people have finished having their tattoos, they'll come back through this room. But at the moment, it's not looking great. But I'm still keeping positive. A lot of other people have said it's been the same for them and that they're not making any sales, so it is not just me.
So, I didn't do any more updates. I don't even know when the last one was. Can't remember the exact number, but I've basically made my costs, which means that at this point I'll technically still be in a minus. I literally just got home. It's about 8:30. I am shattered because I got up this morning at like 6. I've got some things to say about this convention and I will do a recap at the end. I don't know whether I'll just do a voiceover, to be honest. I'll try and record like me packing down. But yeah, I have got some opinions about this market, and there has been some interesting comments made to traders, and also not a lot of sales happening and just some organisation issues. So yeah, I'll go through everything at the end, but yeah, basically I didn't do any more updates. I do try and keep a little bit positive in these vlogs because at the end of the day, like, I have at least made back my costs, which a lot of people at this particular con anyway, a lot of the other traders have not even made back their table yet. I do try and keep positive. I don't want to be like a negative Nelly. However, I do want to show the reality of actually trading at markets, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is hard work. It's a lot of money you put into it. My aim is just to show the reality of market trading, because a lot of people go into market trading thinking, oh, I'm going to make loads of money, when in reality, that's not always the case. Like 50% of my markets are probably really good. And so averaging out, it's good. It's not the most profitable job. However, it's the most happy I've been in work. So yeah, I may have longer hours than I used to do, and I may not make as much money as I used to. However, I would take this over working in a full-time office job any day of the week, because I enjoy it so much. I enjoy meeting people. Like today, I had someone come up to me and purchase a few items because they said they've been following me for a while and they were waiting to see me in person to actually buy my products there. And honestly, that sort of thing means the world to me. So if you watch my vlogs, if you follow me on any of my socials and you come up and buy some items, let me know, because it does fill me with a lot of joy and I enjoy chatting with you. Fit check they do. Cat t-shirt, leggings, good to go. Just got in the car. I am just about to head off. It is currently 8 o'clock, so I should be there around 9. It opens at 10. I want to get a coffee and things like that beforehand. The last tattoo show I went to, a lot of the tattoo artists, they're shopping like on the Sunday morning, even before the event opened. So I'm kind of thinking, if I get there a little bit earlier, then it won't hurt. Feeling a bit more positive this morning. I've had my sleep and I'm just going into it knowing that I'm probably not going to make my goal.
I'm just coming on here to talk about the layout a little bit. So I went for a walk around the actual tattoo room and I was very shocked at how tight it all was. It was actually really difficult to walk through, and in the end I just walked straight back out again because I actually couldn't get through to the other end of the hall. So it's currently 1 o'clock. This is actually kind of my first check-in since being here. I'm a little bit up from where I was at this point yesterday, but it's still not, you know, lots of profit. I think I hopefully will be breaking even by the end of it, which is obviously not the goal, but it's better than I thought I would be at midday yesterday. So fingers crossed it goes better, but yeah. It's been really nice chatting with all the other traders because I actually know quite a few people that are here. So it's been more like a friend con, I guess. I have enjoyed my time. I'm just very tired and a little bit bored, but I have been doing some drawing, just sketching ideas for a new ghost and cat collection that will be coming out at some point hopefully before October. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of today goes. So it is just about 3 o'clock and I have made the same amount as I did yesterday. So anything more would be a bonus, but it has gone completely dead quiet at the moment. All today it's been kind of going in waves, but everybody's been a lot more friendly today, so that's good. I'm currently drawing some ghosty cats at the moment, so this is a new range that I'm going to be working on. So I thought I may as well get on and do some drawing while I'm here. It's currently 5 o'clock and it is pretty dead in here, so I am just going to start packing away the stuff behind me. So the apparel that is on this shelf here, I'm going to start putting away into the bag, and anything else that I can sort of do behind my table so that it takes me a little bit less time to actually pack down fully, just in case there aren't any more sales. I've hit my minimum for today and I will go over some like recap stuff right at the end of the vlog. I'm just coming on to do my little recap of the show and what I thought of it. So as I said in the vlog earlier, all the traders were in a separate room, which I never like conventions or markets where they put some traders in the separate room. Obviously at a tattoo show, you as the trader are not the main attraction, it's the tattoo artists that are. And so when traders are put in a separate room, it gives even less incentive for people to go and see them because they haven't come for the traders, they have only come for the tattoo artists. And so when they're in a separate room, they can be very easily forgotten about or ignored, to be honest. So that was number one thing that did not go well for the market. Number two was that we were told that people would have to enter through this room. So to the left of my table when looking out, there was the entrance table where people had to collect their wristbands. So that was fine. People walked through our room, through the marquee where the food was, and then into the tattoo room. However, we were also informed that people would have to leave via this route as well. And so on Saturday, we were all kind of waiting for the wave to come back through after the judging had finished. So the judging was 4 till 6, and we were expecting at 6 o'clock to 7, where people would be coming back through again, but no one came in. In the end, one of the traders went in to the tattoo room just to see what was going on, and there was maybe a handful of tattoo artists still in there. So everybody had managed to leave via a different route. We are not sure how people were leaving as there were barriers up and things, but obviously it only takes one person to move the barrier out of the way and then everyone leaves that route as well. So that was not good. We all hung around from 4 till 7, so 3 hours, where I maybe made, I think it was about 20 quid, so really wasn't worth the time me being there, just to find out that nobody was going to walk back through anyway. So that was not good. On the Saturday, I was also speaking to another trader and there were some not nice comments made about their stock, and I just don't think that that's acceptable at any conventional market. At the end of the day, this is people's livelihoods and they're hand-making products, and then having comments made that are not very nice. I kind of think if you don't like a product, you just don't say anything. You don't need to say anything, you just keep your mouth shut and you move on. But anyway, they were able to laugh about it. It's just not nice. The Sunday, everybody seemed a lot friendlier and a lot happier, so that was good. As I said earlier on, when I was walking around the tattoo room, it was so tight and condensed in there between the walkways. It felt very claustrophobic in there. I actually had to stand and wait for, it was only about 2 minutes, but when you're just stood there waiting because you can't walk through because there are people stood on the left side looking at the tattoos on the left, people stood on the right hand side looking at the tattoo artist on the right, there's only actually room for one person to then walk down the middle, and especially when someone's pushing a pushchair, you're definitely not going to get through, so you just have to stand and wait, which is not ideal. And like I said, I did just literally turn around and walk straight back out because I didn't want to be in there any longer than I had to be. We have since received a message from the organizer to say that they will be doing things differently for next year, which is a good thing to know. One point that they did say that they were not going to have any clashes with duplicate stalls. I'll be interested to see what that means, because this weekend I didn't think that there were too many of one type of stall. I just thought that the placement of the stalls was bad, and if we'd even just had the bar in with the traders, it would have created that footfall that everyone needed. So it'll be interesting to see what they do for next year. Overall, I ended up having a good time in the sense of I was able to chat a lot with other traders, especially people that I don't normally see at markets. However, the profit margin was actually slightly worse than the Dino Tattoo show, and I had a lot lower expenses for this one as well. So I wouldn't say that this was necessarily worth it, to be honest. I think if I didn't have the traders there that I knew, I probably would not have had as good a time as I did. I will be going through my full expenses and further points on this show over on my Patreon. It's part of my lowest tier, so my £2 tier, so you'll be able to unlock the full review there, and I'll leave a link for that below. I will also leave the links of all of the artists mentioned in this vlog in the description as well, so you can go check all them out and support small businesses. So the next show I am heading to is Newbury Tattoo Convention. I haven't got a weekend break in between. I'm going straight back to back, so we will see how this one goes. Luckily I don't need to make too much stock because I did a huge restock before the Dino Tattoo show, so I've only got to make a few sun catchers, so that shouldn't take me too long. I will be taking you along to Newbury Tattoo Convention, so I will catch you in that one. Bye for now.